And, you know, I've been here, done that. This seems like we're doing Groundhog's Day again, but so allow me to reiterate a couple things. Same with 30 days ago, President Trump still has his peacetime emergency. 49 out of 50 states still have their emergency peacetime orders. This unprecedented time calls for a response that can address rapidly changing conditions, and that Governor Walz has done. You know, the testing rates are phenomenal, and they're phenomenal because of the emergency orders under this peacetime order that have allowed the governor to create partnerships with the Mayo Clinic and the University of Minnesota to be the leader in testing in the nation. The testing rate is great. That's something to applaud, and I give kudos to the governor on that. But the positive rates is what I think is the most concerning, and those are trajectorying upwards. Another couple things I want to remind the members and the viewing public about is that the peacetime emergency has done a lot to allow us to adjust to meeting the needs of Minnesotans during this time when there is no playbook for this. I'm a football fan. I know the governor is. I know Senator Isaacson is. A lot of football fans here. There's no playbook when it comes to a pandemic, Mr. President. I think you like football too, if I remember correctly. The emergency peacetime order has allowed the State Emergency Operations Center to be fully activated and being able to receive $1.7 million of federal funds to be able to meet the needs for local emergency managers and help with some of those expenses based on COVID. We've also been able to use that emergency command center to replenish the stockpile from the National Strategic Stockpile. For relating to health and human services, it has allowed folks to have waivers on programs that have federal requirements so that they can provide services to some of our most vulnerable Minnesotans, Mr. President, and that is important, and that's resulted in over $50 million a month in federal funding. It also has created flexibilities for nursing homes, mental health services, disability services, child care centers to be able to deal with this unknown COVID response. Again, there is no playbook for this, so we need these flexibilities, and the governor needs to be able to adjust very quickly to these times. You know, we've already spoke about education and being able to close the schools down to give teachers, educators, school districts the timing and ability to do distance learning, and that discussion needs to be ongoing, and there needs to be flexibility. There needs to be communication with the local school districts, and going into the fall, making sure that we're able to keep the students safe, but also staff. Again, I don't need to reiterate about testing. There's today, it was 768,989 tests completed since the beginning of COVID, and again, that has to do with the emergency powers being able to collaborate with our partners at the U and partners at Mayo Clinic. You know, as a local elected official, procurement is always a timely process, and the frustration that I know I can relate to from back in the day with mayors and county commissioners, it has allowed them to have the flexibility to speed up that long and onerous procurement process as well. So I just don't understand the politics that get played in this game. We have a lot of things that Minnesotans are expecting, Mr. President. They're expecting jobs from a bonding bill. They're expecting us to do our job, which I've repeatedly said, a lot of this stuff should have been done during regular session. It wasn't. We keep having to come back here because it seems like they keep moving the ball. It's like nothing is really getting taken care of, Mr. President. because it's like we have these perpetual games that are being played, in my opinion, and it's not appropriate. Minnesotans are sick and tired of it. They want to be safe, Mr. President. They don't want politics being played with their schools, with their long-term care facilities, with their local governments receiving money. All of this could have been done in a process with committees, and it just seems like it's a very difficult time, but we should be setting aside the politics. Let the governor and President Trump do their thing where they can quickly react to this unprecedented virus, this very infectious virus that we need to be able to keep safe, our Minnesotans safe from, and be able to get some sort of normalcy back. But we do that by not being political here and just doing the job that we are sent here to do. So let's do it, Mr. President.